Natalie, let's talk about COVID-19. Today, Governor Cuomo said another shutdown is possible to slow the surge. And this comes after Mayor de Blasio suggested a pause-style shutdown might happen after Christmas, but it might not be necessary.
New Yorkers are responsible. If the hospitals do their duty and step up their game, we might not have a shutdown, period.
This comes as the state's indicators have hit levels we just haven't seen since May. The positivity rate now above 6%. More than 6,000 people are now in New York hospitals. It also comes as the vaccine rollout shifted to the hospital that was arguably the hardest hit in the nation back in the spring. Today, Elmhurst Hospital was the first public hospital in the city to get the vaccine. News 4's Andrew Siff was there as it happened.
He cleaned COVID patients' rooms, and she is a physician's assistant in the ER. And today, William Kelly and Veronica Delgado got their first doses of vaccine and a dose of optimism.
This feels like the first morning sunlight after a very long and dark and frightening night.
9 months ago, this hospital was the epicenter as COVID cases spiraled out of control.
You come in every day and, you just see the patients like you just want to cry,
Mayor Bill de Blasio today said 1,600 healthcare workers have been vaccinated in the past 48 hours.
Don't you need to rapidly accelerate that pace to make any kind of dent in the population, healthcare or otherwise?
This was just day one, day two. Do not take that for a second as an indication of where things are going.
People are making sure that the way the vaccine is transported and stored and all of the protocols are very rigorous, particularly in these early days.
Meanwhile, they're racing against the second wave. At the COVID peak, 4,000 patients in the city's 11 public hospitals. Today, only 280, but Elmhurst is already at 2/3 capacity.
We're going to vaccinate the whole hospital in 3 weeks.
Today, Kelly and Delgado got cheered as heroes as they left for the day. So far, city health officials report no side effects from any of the hundreds who've been vaccinated so far. Mayor de Blasio said despite the impending storm, vaccine delivery will not be interrupted. Thousands of doses are expected to arrive at city hospitals tomorrow, despite the weather. In Elmhurst, Queens, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
All right, Andrew, thanks. Now to New Jersey, where Governor Murphy says this pandemic is far from over. Today, the state reported another 5,800 new cases and 91 new COVID-related deaths. The governor urging you to just keep practicing that social distancing and wearing your mask, Dave.
The last of the week 1 vaccine shipments has arrived in Connecticut hospitals ahead of the storm. This is video from Greenwich Hospital last night. As hospital officials accepted their first doses, they were administered today to the hospital's frontline health care workers. Governor Lamont is expected to update the state's indicators within the hour. Right now, the state's positivity rate is holding at just below 6%.
And it looks like lawmakers are now one step closer to striking that deal on the next coronavirus relief bill, the bill everybody's been waiting for. The package now expected to include another round of stimulus checks, enhanced federal jobless benefits, small business funding, and money to distribute COVID-19 vaccines. This agreement would not include two sticking points, though, for both sides: the liability protections for businesses or aid to state and local governments.